In this video, you will learn what a relation is and be able to represent it as a set of ordered pairs, a table, and as a graph. First, to review graphing on the coordinate plane. The x-axis is our horizontal axis, and the y-axis is the vertical axis. The origin is the intersection of these two axes, so it is right here. Now, an ordered pair is a way of expressing where it is located. Ordered pairs are always written as x, comma, y. So our ordered pair for the origin would be 0, comma, 0. To graph the following ordered pairs, we first have to consider the point T at 5, comma, 4. So this means I'm going to go to 5 on the x-axis and 4 on the y-axis. So I move over to 5 on the x-axis and up to 4 on the y-axis. And this gives me the location of my point, which I'm going to label as T. I'll do the same thing for R. So R tells me I'm going to go to -4 on the x-axis and -1 on the y-axis. Move back to -4 and down to -1. So this is my point R. Now a relation can be defined in two different ways. It can be defined as a set of inputs and outputs, or it's also defined as a set of ordered pairs. And below we're given 4 different ways of expressing or representing a relation. In this first example, we're given a set of data points. We're given a set of months as our inputs and the number as our outputs. Now this data can be represented by the ordered pairs that we have here. The important thing from this piece of information is the information given in our ordered pair. So the first coordinate is called the x-coordinate, and the second coordinate is our y-coordinate. The next vocabulary term is given below. The set of all the x-coordinates is called the domain of the relation, and the set of all the y-coordinates is called the range of the relation. So if we look back to our original example, if we wanted to list the domain, it would be all of our x-coordinates. So we could list them by listing either the months or the numbers, and I'm going to do it with the number version. So I would just list them in order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And these brackets just indicate a way of including all of them. If we wanted to list the range, that means we're looking at this second column, and these are all of our y values. So we could draw our bracket and list all the possible y values. So we have 22, 29, 43, 76, 41, and 23. And we close our bracket. Now, if we wanted to represent a relation in different ways, we could do it in our 3 different possibilities. The first is the ordered pairs. So I could rewrite each of those ordered pairs given above. So I can write it as -1, comma, -1, 0, comma, 2, and 1, comma, 3. I could also rewrite it as a table. So I'd include the x coordinate on the left and the y coordinate on the right. So I'd have -1, -1, 0, 2, and 1, 3. The last way of representing it is by graphing. So for -1, I would move back 1 on my x-axis and down 1 on the y-axis to find this point. For 0, 2, I have 0 units on the x-axis, I move up 2 on the y-axis. And our last one for 1, 3, I move over 1 on my x-axis and up 3 on the y-axis. In an example, it says choose the graph that expresses -3, 4. So if I look, I go back 3 and up 4 is given in our first example. -1, -5 is given in our choice A. 0, 2 is given in choice A. 2, move over 2, up 3 is given in choice A. And move over 3 and down 4 is given in choice A. So the correct answer would be A. In the next example, it says choose the table that expresses the following relation. Now in this, we should have the x-coordinate listed first and the y-coordinate listed second. If we check for option C, that's the only one that correctly expresses the first ordered pair. Then we have -1, -5 is correct, 0, 2 is correct, 2, 3 is correct, and 3, -4. So C would correctly express the relation.